What up? Sup? What's good, everybody? It's Trims by Cartier, and today I'm gonna be showing you guys how the Babyliss Lo Pro FX clipper and trimmer work. I've been using these two on a consistent basis for a week, and I must say that they are the truth. There's no other way to put it. I appreciate you guys for watching. Stay tuned to the channel, there's more on the way. I'm also trying to get to 100 subscribers, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying, I'm really trying. So what I need y'all to do, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and beat that subscribe button up and hit the like button too. You know what I'm saying? I would really appreciate that. And if you want any more information, or if you want me to try anything else, any other clippers or trimmers, go ahead and put them in the comment section, and I'll be glad, you know what I'm saying, to go pick them up, you know what I'm saying, do a review, use them, spend the money before you spend the money, you know what I'm saying, because I'm here to help y'all. But anyway, I appreciate you guys for watching the channel. Make sure you guys stay tuned, because it is more valuable information on the way. And let's get, oh my God. See, I almost broke them. But yeah, let's go ahead and get to this haircut before I tear something up. Gyra. 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 I would never be broke another day in my life. God got it. God got it. I would never be broke another day in my life. All right, so before we even get started, we're gonna clean these clippers off and make sure that they sanitized. Second off, we're gonna comb the hair in the direction that the hair goes. I'm using a comb because it actually lifts the hair off the scalp, so to make it easier for the hair to go through the clippers or whatnot. So he does want like a 1.5 open on top. So I was surprised to see, you know, with these clippers that they, you know, cut like butter, which is amazing. It's not catching on to anything. It's not snagging. It's going straight through the hair. So that was a plus for me with these clippers. I'm going with the grain, and I'm making sure that I'm not causing any nicks or anything like that. I'm taking my time, making sure I go over certain areas multiple times to make sure that the hair is even all over where I want it to be. All right, so next I'm gonna start my line of demarcation with the clipper closed. I do it this way because it's easier for me to get that bottom line out. So if you're a beginner, this is what I suggest. You can do it with the trimmer, but with doing it this way, it actually helps to get that line out a lot faster. So now I'm gonna get the trimmers, and the trimmers are the same. They cut like butter. I can't even like explain it any different way. The cut is clean. They cut pretty close. I actually do have these set to my liking, so they're not like cutting into the skin or causing any irritation. But for right now, they are cutting through the hair with ease and no problem. So I'm going to clear this whole area out, and when I'm done with that, I'm going to go to my next step. So now I have the clipper all the way open, and I'm going to start my next guideline. Staying consistent all the way around what I do on one side, I do it all the way around to the other side. This actually helps me with my time and being more proficient. So now I'm actually halfway closed with the clipper, and I'm gonna go around the head. I'm making sure that I'm staying consistent. I'm not moving too fast. I'm making sure that I'm paying attention to what I am cutting and making sure that I'm staying consistent. And then here in this area, when I move up a little bit, I open the clipper up a little more right before it's all the way open. And then when I go down here to the bottom, I have it not all the way closed, but the notch right before it's closed to lighten that line up a little bit more. And then when I'm done with that, I'm gonna close it all the way and try to make the rest of the line disappear as much as I can. So here is my one guard all the way open, and I'm gonna go all the way around the head. Normally I would do the one closed, then the 1.5 open, but I saw this particular shading technique and I thought that I should try it. So I'm just giving it a try with these clippers. But I wouldn't suggest that as a beginner to do a whole nother fading technique, you know what I'm saying? But I just decided to try it with these clippers. So when I went around the first time, I went around open, and then I'm gonna close it all the way to a 1, and I'm gonna go around, and in between the area of the 1 open and the clipper open, I'm gonna go up a little bit with the 1. Now this doesn't get that line out all the way because you're gonna have to use your half guard, but this will clean up some of that area in between that area that you're working in. So now I have my half guard and I have it halfway open, and I'm trying to attack that line and lighten it up a little bit before I actually close the clipper. And see, I'm going over the area multiple times, making sure that I'm getting this to fade in as best as possible. And see, it may look like I'm using the whole blade, but I'm actually not. I'm actually using maybe like 1/4 of the clipper blade, so that I'm like gradually causing the line to fade out, because sometimes if you use the whole blade, you could push the fade up even higher. And before you know it, this medium fade can turn into a high fade because you're not utilizing the blade properly. So make sure that you're taking your time, you're using your corners, especially in this area, so that you don't drive the fade up higher. So now I have my 1.5 guard and I have it halfway open, and I'm gonna go ahead and knock down the bulk that's up top. So I'm making sure that I'm being careful in this area as well, because sometimes you can drive the fade up. You just have to make sure that you're, paying attention to what you're cutting and making sure that you're attacking the areas that you're trying to attack and not actually drive the fade up. And here in this area, I actually have the 1.5 closed, and I'm making sure that I'm cleaning the area up the best that I can. Then I'm gonna take the 2 guard closed, and I'm gonna try to fade the 1.5 to the top. So with the top being a 1.5 open, with the 2 guard closed, it should fade the rest of the haircut in flawlessly. So at this particular point, I'm pretty much finished with the foundation part of the haircut. So I'm just making sure that I'm going over areas, making sure it's faded in properly, and I'm giving it the illusion that it's easy on the eye and that it has no flaws. So just be mindful when you're in this area that you're being very careful, because certain hair types, it'll be easier to fade in this area, and then other hair types, it'll be very difficult and it'll throw you off. So in the process, just make sure you're taking your time and being careful as to where you're placing the blade. So here I'm cleaning up certain areas where I see certain dark spots, and I'm just making sure that the fade is on point at this particular part of the haircut. And in certain areas, it is very important that you use the corner of your blade, because you can mess this up if you're not careful. So to be safe, you want to use the corners of your blades, and to make sure you go through your guard system again if you have to, if you're not comfortable with not having a guard on the clipper. But I would suggest that anytime that you're doing cleanup work, to make sure that you're using the corner of your blade and not the whole blade. All right, and before you do your lineup, you want to make sure that the top is clean as much as possible, and that you set yourself up for a sharper lineup by doing your cleanup work before the lineup. Because if you try to do a lineup first and then go behind yourself and then do cleanup work, sometimes you'll end up having to do the lineup all over again. So it's best to go ahead and do the cleanup work before you do the lineup. So here I'm placing shaving cream. This actually helps to clean the skin, exfoliate the skin, and it actually helps to dry the skin, so that when you use your liners, it can make a sharper lineup. So this is a warm towel that I place in the area of the shaving cream, and I massage the area to give it a deeper cleansing. So a lot of clients like this particular service because it's something that they don't get from other barbers. So if you use this particular technique, it'll actually benefit you in the long run. So, and with that being said, using this technique actually helps me to clean the client off as well. So it'll help me to see even better for the lineup. And it also, give them less work to do when they go home, because doing this, it actually helps to clean them off. So just keep that in mind. And so right now I'm wiping his forehead off with some alcohol. This is actually cleaning the lineup area even more, so that I could get that, that ash line effect that everybody be looking for when they do a lineup. But I just want to make sure that the client's skin is clean when I do the lineup, because that will help to define the line that I'm going to create with his hairline. And after the alcohol is placed, I place a small amount of spritz. And the spritz actually holds the hair in place, so that when I place the trimmer down and cut it, the hair is not moving as I'm cutting it or anything like that, due to the vibration of the clipper. So with using these 3 tips, these can actually help you to enhance your lineup without even having to use enhancements. And it's okay to go over the line multiple times. Like, you don't have to just tap the line one time and then that's done. You actually need to go over your lineup maybe 2 or 3 more times to make sure that you're giving, you know, a proper hair lineup. So I always normally go over multiple times, and I'm, you know, standing back, double checking, making sure that everything is symmetrical and that I'm giving, you know, the most enhanced natural lineup that I can. So, and you see with his skin being clean, that lineup looks defined without me even adding any type of enhancements. And that's very important. Keeping the skin clean during a process like this will actually save you a lot of time and effort, because you can see areas better. And when you finish this lineup, especially when you actually apply the razor, you will see that you don't even need enhancements with certain hairlines as long as you keep the skin clean. So that's a major key, because this part of the haircut seems to be the most important part of the haircut for any individual. So just keep that in mind, that you want to keep the skin clean and all that. But with these trimmers, since they're, you know, they're new, the blade is, you know, broken in a little bit, it does give more of that effect as well. So if you have your trimmers set properly, it'll give that effect. And I didn't even like shave these blades down or do anything extra to the blade. All I did was set it to my liking, and I cleaned the skin, and I got that result. So even with the clippers being set the way that I like them, I do go behind myself with a razor to make the lineup look even more enhanced. So with the razor, I make sure that I'm pulling the skin in one direction and pulling the razor in the opposite direction. I'm bringing everything back to the hairline to make it look even sharper. And most of the time you will get that ash line result. But as far as this part, this is only enhancing the lineup and making it look more defined. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm pretty much done with the cut. I'm just cleaning up. So as far as the clipper and trimmer, if you're thinking about buying them, I would just say go ahead and get them. They get the job done with ease. I like the presentation. I like the colorway that they have. They do have another kind of colorway. I think it's like the chameleon or something like that that just recently came out. But as far as the LoPro FX clipper and trimmer, I should have bought 2 of them, to be honest with you. Like, They really make me want to not use my other clippers and trimmers, to be honest with you, but that's just my opinion. But they are some great clippers. They are worth the money. So if you're thinking about purchasing them, I say go ahead. And this is the final product. Appreciate you guys for watching, taking the time out to even, watch the video. If you guys have any suggestions, any clippers that you want me to review, put them in the comment section. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, hit that like button. And I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers. I am getting closer and closer by the day. I appreciate you guys for your support. And make sure you guys stay tuned, because there will be more information on the way. Thank you, and I appreciate it.